Alright, so this is going to be my very first commentary for CarX. Welcome. We are doing just regular track day races. This is Dono. He doesn't do track races. This is his very first one. I've done a couple. I'm not good by any means, but I do drift, so I have very basic car control. If you guys do want me to do more commentary style videos, just let me know. I can definitely do them. I do not mind them at all. I actually kind of do enjoy them. I can always tell you guys something funny. I'd rather tell you guys a million funny things than have extremely good gameplay, because we all know I am not the greatest, but I am slightly funny. Funny enough to give you a pity laugh at least. But back onto the video, I am driving the R34. He is driving either R33 or R32. I know every single car person is going to destroy me for even mentioning the wrong version of that car, but to me they look kind of similar, so I'm sorry. My car is faster, which I do feel bad for. We didn't actually plan for my car to be any faster than his. This kind of just happened. I did end up letting him go past, just to let him be the leader. I feel like being the leader lets you know the map a little bit better, and then later on, I do kind of let him become the chaser just to kind of see how I take the turns, at which speed I take the turns, and kind of just give him general knowledge. I did end up pushing him off. I am sorry for that. That was my bad. That was 100% my bad chaser. But this part right here is a little bit tricky for most people. Most people like to go super fast and head first into the nearest wall, which he kind of does, and he kind of does again, and for the third time, he kind of does. But that is just like a big learning part where you kind of just learn to let go of the gas and stop touching every single wall you see in your general proximity. But like I said, it is learning. I do eventually turn my headlights on, which I feel like turning your headlights on as a chaser kind of helps your leader, especially when they're new, kind of know where you're at. Here I'm just kind of having a little bit of fun. I know I have the faster car. I'm not going to rub it in his face or anything. I'm just having a little tug and pull just because it looks fun, and it kind of is fun. He just does a really good save there, especially for someone who doesn't drive that car and doesn't drive track very often. For him to save that was very good. So you can see like general improvements as he goes throughout the races. So this is his very first lap, and the second lap you will see just another general improvement just by each section, little by little. This turn tends to be a little bit harder for most people, and they like to go very hard on that angle, and it never works. I promise you, if you ever go super hard on that angle, you will run headfirst into a wall. This turn here is pretty hard as well. I know I didn't do like the perfect turn. I drifted a little bit because I just love to have fun. You know, just a little bit of fun. I let him go past me. He gives me a little butt tap. Pause. No homo. Don't take that in the wrong way. Here I believe he lets me catch up a little bit because I mean it is a friendly race. We're not racing for any money. This isn't CarX esports, just because we all know that would look horrible. The amount of times I've seen people with very interesting looking cars, like very small front wheels, and then, oh my, how'd you even get that on the back of your car type wheels? If you ever go into a drag racing lobby, you would know exactly what I mean. And don't get me wrong, I've done it too, because it is fun, especially when your car does wheelies. Here I did end up gassing in front of him because I want to show him how to do this turn. I take this turn kind of slowly just to show him that you don't have to behemothly through it, but I think he ran into that wall again. He is leader once again around this area. This is another wide open area. You can kind of stay a little open around here, but get off the gas around the turns, which, you know, he's either learning or he's not. I really can't tell. But in general, you can even see that his times are getting slightly faster. Obviously there is no times, but he's generally messing up less, even though he just messed up there, which fair, you gotta make a mistake somewhere to learn how to get better there. Here I take control as leader again just to show him how to kind of swerve through here, which as you see on the map he kinda starts to get it. He does drift out a little bit, but he does keep it generally straight and inside of the map lines. Once again, he does it there, as you can see on the map, and he's honestly, for a very first track racer, he's not doing bad whatsoever, and I promise he does not have any more than 100 hours in this game. This turn was another hard one for him. He did tend to hit the wall, which I believe he did there as well. That is just one of those things that as you're learning the game, and especially learning how to play it in general, you tend to just give it too much gas, and swoopy whoopy, you're hitting the wally doopy. He rigged out the way, let him catch up a little bit, downshift, and he zoomed right past me, so I had to try to catch up a little bit. This has absolutely nothing to do with CarX, but in my editing software I ran out of clips to record my audio, so I only have this one and last clip, so we are going to freeball it for the next, 8 minutes, so you guys are going to hear all my stutters, all the hagbugas, all the hadugas, and he just shifted in the dirt because he's off-roading today, and I'm making every loud noise like a Honda Civic at 3 a.m. I generally don't know what to say for this part, so just enjoy it. Listen to the really loud car noises if you like those. Anyways, so I end up having a little fun little race with him because I know I'm gonna win, but you know, look how cool this looks. The feeling of being a faster car doesn't feel so great when you just know you blatantly have the faster car. But we have another race. This is his third lap, and this whole lap, I will admit, he does genuinely show a lot of improvement. I believe he takes his corners much lower, or not much lower, but much smoother, knowing not to gas, no grass throughout every single turn, because you know, if you do that, you will run into the nearest wall, like I've been saying the whole video. I do give him a little booty scoop there. I did not mean to, it kind of just happened. And here's where I turn my headlights on. I realized as soon as I turn my headlights on, everything changes for his driving style. I think he kind of feels like almost like a pressure. You see even right here I'm getting super close, and he kind of keeps it super straight there. He doesn't apply too much brakes because he knows I'm so close to him. He knows if he applies brakes too much, I'm going to hit him. But he also knows that I'm not going to be so close on him if I'm not applying the brakes. He knows if I'm super that close to him, that means he should keep going, or if he sees my light kind of pull away from him, he knows that it's okay to push the brakes. So it's kind of my way of like almost giving him like a little nudge, like a little push, being like, hey, go faster. And see, even right here where he messes up sometimes, he keeps it super smooth. Here's another good part where most people don't know, and he keeps it pretty smooth here with the headlights still on. I think as my headlights get farther away, he does hit, boom, the usual hits, there goes a door. But on this part, he keeps it pretty well smooth, pretty controlled, and he's just doing generally better throughout this whole lap. He has only hit the wall, I think, once, twice, in a car, but that lap was generally better. Here, you know, the usual thing, we have our little speed off. I do end up catching up because, you know, car stats and all, I can't bring out the spec charts, but if I was to bring out the spec charts, they would tell me my car is faster. What a surprise. Oh my. But even right here, this is one of my favorite parts. I end up turning too late, and he gets on the brakes but not too much, which was the absolutely perfect amount of brakes he could have put there, but he ended up sliding out, which is sad. But that was such a good save by him, a good save by me. I ended up going on my phone for a bit as he's trying to drift out the environment, out the dirt. I had to catch up to him, so I, you know, do my off-road, and I take this little short path through the pit stop area. I think that's what it's called. If it's not what it's called, please don't kill me. I'm just a guy. You know, everyone's saying I'm just a girl. Well, I'm just a guy. I don't know everything. I know a lot. Sometimes. Barely any. But that's besides the point. I end up catching up here again, having a little fun, friendly race. That wasn't very fun. That wasn't very fun. That wasn't very friendly. But it's okay. Because I'm just a guy, saying it last time. And I'm still just kind of waiting for him to catch up around here. I am obviously on the gas, but I'm not on the gas. I'm just gonna give it now. I'm releasing very slowly. I want him to be able to see me take this turn, so I turn my headlights off and let him see my brakes. And I believe he takes this turn pretty well. Apparently not, because I had to skip it. But once again, I'm being a leader here just to show the speed you can take this stuff at. I do slide out a little bit, but that whenever you slide out, just let go of the gas. Because I promise if you keep going on the gas, you will turn out to be like a Mustang at every single car meet. And we do not want to be those. I love Mustangs, but not leaving at car meets, because I value my life. Once again, I kind of let him catch up a little bit just so he can kind of feel that nature of being behind someone, and then I hit the nearest wall. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay for that. This isn't my car, by the way. Don't worry about how I got it. But here, I think he learned from his mistakes, and that was such a great turn. Even here, he learns a little bit, and he ends up trying to drift out of it, and he almost made it. So as you can see, with every single lap he does, he improves in like very small ways. He learns how to take control when he's losing control. Like the thing, and this is the part where I hate not having any more clips. But you know, to free ball it. Once again, we have another friendly race. I turn my headlights on, that means I'm going to go behind you. If I turn my headlights on, I think he realized. There's another good little action point where I believe I end up drifting out of control again. And once again, he's on the brakes nicely, smoothly. He didn't go too much because he saw my headlights. And here's a really good turn out of him. That time he did not even touch a grass. He's a true gamer now. Guys, we can accept him in our community. He didn't touch grass. What a sad, sad soul to be. But I think this part, he drifts pretty smoothly. As you can see, this lap he has done generally just much better. And I'm not saying that as I'm like the greatest in the world, because I know as soon as I go into a track day with anyone remotely better than me or anyone at all, I will lose. I've done it before. Every car I used, I lost. I am not scared to admit, I have lost to a guy who barely had a front tire. He was riding on his suspension and like a speck of a tire. Once again, I have my lights on. I'm just staying super close, kind of giving that pushy feel. I think I'd give him a little tap, boop, you know, a quick little boop, tap. That could be on me for being too close. That could be on him for giving too much brake. Who knows? We keep pushing, keep moving on, and he takes that turn very well and keeps his speed pretty well. But once again, I have the faster car, so I take this just to kind of show him how fast he can take it, see if he takes it any better. Watch the mini map. He smacks the wall. Anyways, that's just how I turn in general. I let him take leader because he does generally do better as leader. At least now, I don't know. I generally do want to do this with them again, and I plan to do it again, and I'll do another live commentary, or not live, I'll do another commentary in general, and we'll just show the differences in between his learning, in between each lap. Even that corner he takes a lot better. At this point, he's going 110 through these until I either push him out or he just kind of gets over. Let's see this part he struggled on. It's a weird part because you do go downhill and it's like a bump, like a bump hill, I don't know. I'm not sure to explain it, I'm just a guy. But he does take that whole little area pretty well. He does drift out a little bit, but luckily I know how to use my brakes and I did not smack into him. And we have another just good old fun little, I know I'm faster than you. And, you know, and I end up think he's going to get here faster, and he does not get there as fast as I thought, so I kind of just stayed in that gear and waited for him to get there so I can hold the gas. And you know, I get a little ahead of myself. I'm like, I'm the greatest in the world, I'm gonna make this turn, and I do not make the turn.